Ladies and gentlemen, from the set of Porky's 9, Eric Wareheim is live. Eric, how's shooting going on Porky's 9?
Pig fuck!
It's interesting. It's a new experience doing this kind of comedy, you know, starting with you and doing what we did now to doing this really porked out kind of stuff.
Hey, piggy.
We are celebrating. Matt, is this the actual, what is the day? Is it that?
It's actually this exact date.
It's
yeah,
this
20
day.
years ago.
It was 20 years ago.
November 14th.
I wish we could be celebrating in Simi Valley where we first did our scouts, our buffet scouts with Kevin Gallagher.
Right. Yes, the artist who did all the backgrounds for Tom Goes to the Mayor lived out in Simi. He said, you guys got to come out here and see what it's like. Because if you look at that show, every strip mall is literally drawn from the valley.
Yeah.
So take me back to that, Eric, to that moment in your life. What did it mean to you? And what did it mean to me?
It meant a lot. I remember we were researching buffets and we had a Sizzler right across the street. And where we worked in Hollywood was kind of a shithole area.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember one man, he took all the food from Sizzler. He had a huge mound of food and he sat down in a glass of water. And he dumped out half the water.
I remember this.
And started scraping food into this cup, a big, 40-ounce cup.
Yeah.
And stirring it. And we were watching in horror and he just starts drinking that food water. And I was like, this is our show. This is exactly like the nightmares you see every day.
I remember that like it was yesterday. It's the most disgusting thing I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Do you remember showing the first episode of Tom Goes to the Mayor at the silent movie theater?
Yeah, I do. We showed a lot of stuff there, but I remember it was nerve-wracking. It was wild.
I don't remember it playing very well.
No. I mean, it's so quiet. It's like, I do remember when we first did it when we did it in film festivals in Philadelphia, it got lots of laughs, but it was a slow burn. People had to understand just the pacing and what they were looking at.
Yeah. I remember, Doug, can I bring up the most controversial thing?
Are you talking about the screening?
No.
The internal screening?
Yeah, the internal screening. Do you remember the internal screening? We had a rough cut of an early episode, and Doug put in a funny image.
Oh, God.
What was his name? Peppers?
Brian Peppers?
Brian Peppers. That was like a meme at the time. It was like an early internet meme. That was like it didn't have anything to do with the show. It was just like a laugh. It was like Doug's like, I want to get a laugh no matter what the cost.
It was a animatic, right? So it was like a rough cut.
But
I just threw in it was the Spray Carpenter rug.
Oh, was it that
where
one?
basically he just it's like Armageddon, right?
Yeah.
So I just threw in some random images to
It was like a placeholder for a joke.
And it crushed. It crushed over any joke that we put in there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the whole office was laughing for 5. We had to almost pause the screening.
Yeah, but
People calm down.
Well, you guys got all mad at me, and I'm like, it's just one little.
It's the only
picture.
time I've ever physically abused you.
You were my first Hollywood gig because I answered a Craigslist ad that said comedy show needs an editor, and then your assistant hired me just because I was from Chicago, not because of my qualifications.
Didn't you make a cool DVD? But you didn't. Go ahead, Eric. You know.
Oh, yeah. And then I made a DVD, but my friend built the whole packaging of it and the menu, and Eric like hired me because of this menu that I didn't even make. Yeah,
that is the Hollywood system. That's how Tim and I came out. We're just like, yeah, we're directors. You know, like you just have to say what you are. Yet sometimes you have to fudge the truth. I mean, we hired people like one of our main producers, John Mugar. We needed a website guy, and he came in from Boston. And I was like, "Can you do websites?" And he's like, "Yeah." He's never done a website, ever. But that's what you do to get in the door. And then we find out Doug had all these freaking amazing talents, and John same way. Like when we showed Bob stuff, Bob helped us with getting the show on the air and helped us with everything.
Of course.
But it was nerve-wracking showing our freaking hero the show, and the way that he would respond to it. We would know what parts of the show to continue working on. He would just scream and cry and laugh. And it was such wonderful feedback for it was like the opposite of when Doug put the joke.
All right, friend. I love you and congratulations
on.
And actually, I should say, yes, 20 years of Tom Goes to the Mayor, but truly more like 30 years of Tim and Eric.
Yeah.
Check